Proper Context Media, we back. It's your boy, the real Mr. 74. You know how we do. We can't get to the root. There's no indicators to the branches. So, Summer Madness 12, JC Sue Surf. I had notes. Do I really need my... I don't need my motherfucking notes for this. Check this out. I knew this shit was over at the face-off. This nigga JC shows up talking all of this crazy shit, all of this silly shit that contradicts exactly what he did the very next day. But we're gonna get to that. Let me say this, JC. You pulled up to the face off with that motherfucking hoodie. Surf tells you look like a dirty nigga because for that hoodie looked like it was up all night with you. Like both of y'all look tired. Like the hoodie looked like it needed a nap just like you. Like that bitch been up with you all night. Like, and then you show up, Surf show you, tells you a little dirty nigga. You talking about, oh, you spend your money on designer and chains, and I bought a house, and they'll put you out. And then the very next fucking day, you show up in a big ass 3X Amiri hoodie with a big ass. Where the fuck? Why would the fuck was your pocket so? You know what? Never mind. Listen, let's just get to the battle. Round one, you know what I mean? You come out, talking about swear to God. All right, swear to God that you ain't show up, be supposed to be a pen, that you ain't show up with your rounds written in crayon, and also show up looking like one as well. How about we... That nigga was at that bitch like a highlighter. Hell, this nigga was out that bitch looking crazy. That motherfucker hoodie pocket was big as hell. You know, like where the fuck you find it? Why was your pocket so big? Like what was with no money in that bitch shit? Anyway, so I ain't gonna lie, like I expected a lot more from you, JC. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Especially you be from the Midwest. And I ain't gonna try to, I mean, I crack a lot of jokes, but for real, you know what I mean? No matter what I say, that shit was ass for real. But wait, I ain't gonna keep on talking about your performance. Let me get to Sue Surf. Sue Surf, you are one of the greatest performers this sport have ever seen. I want to salute you and tell you that you are one of the greatest pens this culture ever seen. Salute you for rolling loud. You're also one of the greatest pure rappers in general hip hop has seen, just in general. And people can say what they want, but just you know what I mean, I-95 numbers that solidified you with some of the greatest freestyles that has ever, you know what I mean, that hip hop has ever heard. So salute to you. And you've proven time and time again, you know what I mean, that you are great. You one of the greatest and can't be denied. And none of y'all is fucking with him. And I just want to salute you, Sue Surf. You continue to bring us great performances, great content, and I don't feel like it's appreciated enough. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm new to this media thing, and for real, you, Tay Rock, y'all are my not love song. Y'all are my dream interviews. Y'all are like my in-game interviews. If I was to ever get that, I would feel like I would be solidified as a blogger. You know what I mean? And I just want to salute y'all. That's my goal. You know what I mean? Also to bring good content without being messy and no gossip. And you know what I mean? That's my goal. But I mean, salute to you. And I just want to say, yeah, you know what I mean? You put together a team, you and Rock put together a great team. I mean, y'all have used y'all battle rap IQ to create lanes for other black men and other, you know what I mean, also women to, I mean, to get bigger stages and get where they, you know what I mean, to get the looks that they're supposed to get in battle rap. While on the other end, also, you know what I mean, getting people looks because if it wasn't, you know what I mean, for them, then the other people wouldn't be able to battle them. So in turn, like you said, it's like doing a feature. So while you got Surfer play, while you got Chess to play, you also got somebody else to play. While you got this person to play in Gun Titles, you also got somebody else to play. And people don't, you know what I mean, people don't never give you credit for that. They always say, oh, you got Gun Titles. It was Gun Titles madness. But if Surf got all of them people on the card, all his Gun Titles members on the card, that means I think he's only known by his opposite. That means he got everybody else on the card as well. So
now back to you.
This shit was ass. Like anyway, Sir come out like you had an eye round in the first, but like everybody knew like that shit was like once Surf went, we knew that shit was like, come on, man. We knew it was gonna be levels. Like I thought you in his face. I thought you ain't nobody talked to you like this. Yeah, ain't nobody never showed up and not said nothing. Like you up there talking about why niggas, why you ain't slide on niggas who shot, why you ain't talk about, bro. What was you supposed to go up there and talk about what he did to the niggas that shot him? Like what? Ain't you supposed to be? What type of niggas y'all breed? Where you from? Talk about why you never talk about that? Who the fuck is going to? Bro, I've been shot 6 times. Ain't no way I'm going. Like, ain't no way I'm getting on these podcasts talking about if these niggas is here, if these niggas is alive or not, or what I did or what I didn't do. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this? That's shit that is from a nigga who ain't never been through nothing or never did nothing, who ain't never really stepped for real. Because them type of shit you can't even talk about. Yeah, you can talk about being shot because that's a, you know what I mean. You surviving that is a reward in itself, nigga. That's on your resume. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then on top of that, didn't he get booked for like trying to get him back or something like that? Or didn't he get booked for like anyway, like why the fuck would you even ask him to talk about that? You trying to see that black man in jail? Like, why would you ask him? You trying to that's the angle that don't even make sense. Everybody in the building looking at you like you dumb as hell. You're like, what was that? A nigga who don't know nothing about the street acting like anyway. Bruh, I ain't even going. Let's just be for real. JC, you showed up with a bunch of raps that and a bunch of fucking angles that nobody cared to hear. Like we didn't see Surf since he was 18, 19. You showed up with a bunch of raps. You was better off. I thought in his face of I thought you was setting yourself. I thought you was setting you know what I mean, like a template or like, you know what I mean, setting the trail for an angle that you was about to use in the battle. Talking about, you know what I mean, you a renter and I own. Even though you were seeing a bunch of shit in the face of it, that didn't make sense. Talking about they could just come and put you out. Like renters don't have rights. That's against the law. Also, homeowners can get put out as well. Don't pay that property tax. Your ass out of there. Everybody got to pay property tax unless you unless you an Indian, you got a reservation. Or, like, I mean, come on, man. Like you was saying a bunch of shit in the battle that didn't make sense. It was just like you was just for a nigga who chased Surf for 10 years, I felt like you would have had a lot more shit to say. Like, even though Cortez ain't say nothing in his third round, his first two was fire. Like he showed up and he battled, even though he, you know what I mean, left him trail of breadcrumbs that led to nothing. Talking about I got a third round, we got some shit to talk about. He ain't talk about nothing. But either way, like he showed up in the first two. Like I feel like out of everybody, like you was the worst, except for Twerk. Like, I mean, other than that, but you came, I mean, like as far as like the worst opponents, the last five, you come second place to a nigga who choked all 3 rounds. That's not saying how, like, and you supposed to be like the pin and all of that, and you chasing Lux, and Lux was there reacting to Surf Bar, looking at you like you was, bro, you're not getting Lux. You're not getting them. It's over. It's over for you. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. You chase Surf all these years. You showed up. You shit the bed. He was up there looking crazy, like he was dragging you. That shit looked like a cat versus a pit bull for real. Like that shit looked like. Then you show up in this fucking 3X and Mary sweater while you was just at the face off talking. You know what I mean? Everything contradictory to that. Like the whole thing just looked. And then why you ain't had nobody on stage with you? Like, well, I mean, not EFB, but let's be for real. Like you, like Surf kept telling you like third, fourth, and EFB, and that's a fact because if Rum Nitty was up there versus they would have been reacting way more. But also, you ain't really give them nothing to react to because you came there talking about shit that everybody knew wasn't true and angles that didn't make sense. Like that shit was dumb for real. Like, but like, why you ain't have Ill Will and McMyer and all that? If I ain't have nobody else, listen. If I ain't have nobody, I would have went and got some. I would have got me 2-3 fans. For real, because them fans would have been out. Them fans would have been so happy to be on stage behind you. Them niggas would have been react. You'd have been like, "Yo, yeah!" Like, come on, bro. Like, what? Why wouldn't you just like? Why you ain't have your Detroit niggas behind you? Like, that's kind of crazy. It looked kind of crazy because like it would have been. And Quest was in the building. All of them niggas was in the building. You could have had all of them on stage. Geechee them wouldn't have because for real, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Them niggas act like they ain't even want to be there. Especially at the first round, them niggas act like they ain't even want to be there. Them niggas ain't want to be there. You just sitting there. It's like sitting there watching your homeboy get stomped. Well, everybody else has got the guns, and you're like, nigga, you better not move. You just gotta sit, watch your homeboy just get stomped out. Like that shit was looking crazy. Like my girl in here talking about she feeling bad for your little ass. Like what? That shit was looking crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like you need to get. You need to reevaluate your situation. Like for a nigga to chase you, only nigga that ever chased, I'm gonna keep it real. Only nigga that ever chased Surf and beat him was Rock. I had Rock beating him. I had Rock beating you, Surf. I'm sorry, but the rest of you niggas, he made like and Surf so fucking. He like an evil fucking genius. He has you there. You there at 3 o'clock. Why the fuck is you there at 3 o'clock? Like why is you there when the venue opens? You there with the fans. Like you know you don't battle. You know Surf is the main event battler. You know you're not battling until later on. You just there. You there. And you ain't gathering no fans while you there. You should have got some niggas on your side or something. You just there. You just in the way. You just in the way. But then you get there. All of that. Like Surf and drug y'all through the mud. Surf drags y'all through the mud for 10 years. 10 years he drags y'all through the mud. I'm talking about this. Look, listen, he did Trail of Tears drag y'all through the mud. Y'all niggas get there and all shit to bed. Like, I don't understand. Like, if I'm chasing a nigga for 10 years, when I catch him, like, boy, listen, I can't chase a nigga for 10 days. Like, I'm going to be, like, the second day, I'm going to be out of my mind. Like, bro, when I get this, like, 10 years, y'all niggas show up and don't say nothing. Then y'all niggas talk about performing. Well, it looked like performance beat Penn, and then, like, and his pen was better than yours. Like, this shit was crazy. Like JC, you ain't proved nothing in this battle that except for what Sue Surf said about you all these years was absolutely true. You can't fuck with him. Pins aren't better than performers, and also performers are, you know, I mean, performers got pins too. You have said everything that Sue Surf has ever said about you or the situation with pins. You rang true. It's rang true. Like. All the pins looking at you like you crazy. Daylight probably looking at you like you crazy. Lux on stage looking at you like you crazy. He going over there, piecing Geechee. I ain't gonna lie, that was smart as hell because he know he had to piece him back. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. If I was a battle rapper, and you know what I mean, you had a, you know what I mean, I'm GD, so you know what I mean, you had a GD nigga standing behind you. I'm going to piece that. He got to. He got that. I'm gonna use that too. That shit, it was all calculated. Surf a very, very calculated person. You know what I mean, I don't even want to see you versus Lux. Like. Who does? Like Lux gon' like that was what? That was your chance. Lux is there. You up there like, and then you acting like the crowd was ass. I ain't gonna lie. The crowd was ass because it was a bunch of shit that, you know what I mean, people were saying all night that, you know what I mean, was, you know what I mean, that they didn't catch. But I'm just gonna keep it real. Like, it wasn't nothing that they didn't catch with you. Your shit was just ass. And I seen better. But for real, I knew it was out of four, let me see, out of 4 performances in your whole career that we talk about. Out of 4 performances in your whole career that we talk about, JC. Chiller. What is it? Chiller, Iron Solomon, DNA. What is it? Another, whatever battles. Yeah, whatever battles we talk about this span of your whole career, we, you know what I mean, those performances are not even as good as Surf's last however many. So you take your 4 and you take Surf 4, your performances, those performances, which is spans, you know what I mean, which is the highlights of your career, aren't better than his recent 4. And that's how I knew you was gonna lose. Because like you talking too much in the face of talking about nobody never talked to you like this, and you showed up and what'd you say? A bunch of false stuff. That was the crowd was booing you with shit because they knew it was false. And then you saying stuff like you ain't been here around, like you don't know. And you trying to sell it to us? Like you can't sell us shit and tell us it's sugar. Like who the JC? Like for real, I feel like you need to get your shit together. That shit was ass. Like the whole thing from the UM5 term, I felt like it was fruit from the poisonous tree for you to. I'm gonna say that again. It was fruit from the poisonous tree. Why? Because I don't feel like you won no battle except for O-Red. So anything that bear fruit from that was, you know what I mean, poisonous as well. Why? Because you ain't beat She, you ain't beat Ice. Like, I don't I mean, you might be swamp, but let's be for real. Like, I don't feel like you ain't win no battle but over it for real, except for swamp. Or swamp over it. The battles in between there, you lost all of. It's my opinion, and I don't feel like you've been great or good. I just feel like your pen get hyped, and people think you say the most intricate things in the world, like that shit you were saying at the face off, and everybody in the comments think you say the most intricate. Oh, they could come in there and just put you out because no, they can't, bro. No, they can't. And I'm gonna tell you why they can't because I'm a maintenance manager for 26 with 26 properties in 2 different states. Most of them are apartment complexes and hotels. Bro, I can tell you by law, renters have rights, and by law, you can't come put anybody out. The only way that they can put you out is if you violate the terms of the lease. How you violate the terms of the lease? It's not paying your rent or doing anything contrary to what they already put in the lease. Now, as far as homeowners can put out for a lot of things. It was a bunch of false stuff. It was just JC, you lost 3-0, serve. Proper context media. You know what it is.